Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by my channel. My name is Kadeem for those of you who don't know, and my whole goal is really to share financial education, financial knowledge with people like you. I find that in Canada, there's not a lot of people doing that, and that's where I come in. So if you find this information valuable, you find it beneficial, I ask you to like, subscribe, and share this content with someone who you may think may find it beneficial as well. All right? That'll help to make this common knowledge and push this information before more people. So again, I thank you for stopping by. Let's go ahead and get into the content. So a lot of us have heard of the term now, generational wealth, right? That term's going around, it's buzzing on the internet, generational wealth. However, I feel like not a lot of us have heard of generational poverty. However, and I mean no disrespect by this, a lot of us are living generational poverty, right? Generational poverty being we are passing on debts. A lot of us, we just pass on debts, right? Our parents, let's say, or our grandparents, they maybe didn't pass on anything to your parents or to you. Not necessarily because they didn't want to. Sometimes that is the case, but oftentimes it's because of a lack of education, a lack of information. They didn't understand the way the system works, the financial system. They didn't realize that they could put you or your parents in a position to live life a little bit differently than they had it. They didn't realize that generational wealth started with them, or could have started with them. Now, the past is the past. Whatever is done is done. However, now it's on you. If you were the person who was past generational poverty, it's up to you to break the chain, to break the trend, and break the pattern, and now create generational wealth for your children, for your next generations, your descendants to come. Generational poverty, again, what do I mean? Okay, well, here's the thing. So when people pass away, again, I'm in Canada, when people pass away, everything you owe, all of your debt, it's not just forgiven. Your debt is not just forgiven. It doesn't just disperse or disappear into thin air. Governments, the estate process, the people you owe money to, the banks, whoever, they're coming after your heirs or your loved ones, your estate, for that money. Now, if you didn't put things in place, you didn't have any segregated funds which were properly set up for you, you didn't have any life insurance, you didn't have a will, right? You didn't have these certain things in place, then you're setting your loved ones, your descendants, your future family, right, your lineage up for generational poverty. Because what's going to happen now is you owe however much debt. If you don't position yourself where the money in this account is going to go to pay this debt, and it's written off in the will, is written in as the beneficiary you put down as the estate, right? So the money that's in this account is going to go to pay the estate taxes. If you don't position yourself, again, properly based on whatever situation you have, and no two situations are the same, so I can't, this is again just information. I'd have to sit with you to give you a proper custom solution for you, but the general principle is the same. If you don't put these things in place, position yourself properly, then you are positioning your family for generational poverty. However, again, you can be the one to break the chain by setting these things up for your loved ones now. Instead of setting them up for generational poverty, you can set them up for generational wealth. How? Different types of life insurance, right? Different types of investments, segregated funds, mutual funds that they don't bypass the probate process. Segregated funds do, again, depending on how they're set up. Like I said, there's life insurance, there's segregated funds. Those are the only two things really that bypass the estate process. There are some businesses which you can set up and certain things that you can do to bypass the estate process, the probate process. However, in terms of accounts, just kind of straight setup, those are the only two things that if again, set up correctly, will bypass the estate or probate fees. Now again, don't take my word for it. Sit down with a professional, reach out to me, however you want to go about it, and get that information. Do your own research. Setting these things up, you can position the next generation for financial success, if you will. You can also position yourself for financial success, if you will, by putting certain things in place so that if something were to happen to you, you're okay financially. What do I mean? Oftentimes people fall sick, right? They get some type of critical illness. They get some type of disability, but they didn't have any critical illness insurance or disability insurance, which means everything that they've been saving, investing, now has to be drawn out from those accounts to pay for this critical illness that they've received, the treatment for this critical illness, or to cover themselves for however many months they are off from work because of this disability. So again, if you set yourself up correctly, you can make sure that no matter what situation occurs, you're okay financially. You and your family, your loved ones, you're okay. However, if you don't set yourself up, you're robbing yourself, to be honest, and your family of the financial foundation that you put in place. So again, I encourage you to sit down with someone, a financial professional, reach out to me, get the information you need so that you can put yourself and your family in the right situation and create generational wealth versus generational poverty. If you're not intentionally creating generational wealth, you will unintentionally create generational poverty. So that's it for me, everybody. Hopefully that was helpful for someone. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay blessed.